Nigeria's constitution does not allow religious persecution. Federal government tells international community again.
This is what guides us, and this is what shows that it's impossible for there to be a religious persecution.
Do not panic. We are taking steps for better security of lives and property. Federal government tells Nigerians.
The time for change is not a time for rhetoric, it's not a time for peace, it is a time for nation building.
Plus, House of Representatives suspends plenary to demand settlement of funding to law contractors.
Make a mistake. Our societies have lived together for centuries in unity.
Good evening and welcome to the Network News on NTA. I am Elizabeth Omori. Ajola Komiakere will be leading from Lagos. Adams will bring us some business reports. Benny?
The latest on business is the fact that the federal government is telling the business community in Nigeria to go to the bank and get money for their businesses, as 60% of their risks is being guaranteed. And
Bade Adeleye will bring us some sporting stories. Bade?
Well, Elizabeth, there has been a change when it came to a Nigeria club, and of course, it's UEFA Champions League night. We're ready for that.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. And don't forget to follow this newscast live on all our social media handles. Here's the news. President Bola this Tuesday received the Archbishop of Abuja Catholic Diocese, Most Reverend Ignatius Kaigama, at a meeting between the president and the religious leader allowed 40 minutes behind closed details of the way public consultation times and quarters are alleging religious persecution in the country. State House correspondent Musbah Dawaha reports that President Bola Tinubu has at different fora affirmed his commitment to respect the Constitution, which guarantees the right of every Nigerian to choose and practice any religion freely. And President Bola Tinubu calls for calm among Nigerians as its government is taking concrete steps towards ensuring better security of life of all citizens. The president conveyed this message through the Minister of Information and Mohammed and the Presidential Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, who met with him at the State House. During the meeting, the Information Minister disclosed that the issue of the U.S. government threat of military action in Nigeria. He assured that government is already with steps to record greater results in the fight against insecurity.
Only last week or 2 weeks ago, Mr. President's desire to rekindle the security in the country, reinvigorated the hierarchy of the armed forces. A new chief of defense staff and other service chiefs were appointed. Now, this is all all the issues that came out of the United States. So that tells you that Mr. President has fire for all Nigerians to live in. We're looking at issues, and we don't want to overheat. This work is ongoing, and we're also opening the channels of communication so that national understand what Nigeria has been doing better, what we intend to further do to ensure that whatever concerns that there are, either domestically here or from the community, are answered.
All right, so you said some steps have been taken, going by what you have just said. Nigerians have been suggesting so many things, including having a dialogue with the religions and all of that, diplomatic means, precisely. Is the government doing?
Well, there is a multiple discussions with the leadership of the religious groups. It's an ongoing effort. Mr. President has been meeting with them. Of course, and he is so they are of important stakeholder project. Yes, President will continue to engage with them. Mr. President will continue to engage with his national community, not just the United States, everyone, the regional bodies, the continental bodies, and everyone that we think has a role to play in ensuring that Nigeria succeeds in ridding this country of these criminal elements that are helping the world to drive this narrative so that Nigeria will have to be characterized a country that is not tolerant when it comes to religion is not accurate. This is absolutely false. Nigeria has Muslim and Christian and even those who do not believe in any of these religions, and our constitution guarantees that everyone should practice his faith without let or hindrance, and Mr. President is going to respect that to the letter. So again, yes, we have these activities, but no, there have been any decision to favor one religion or violence about one religion. What is that have this extreme driving the desire come for them is to see that country divided, and we want to caution deeper. This is a time for us to reflect nationhood, to reflect on our unity, to come together. This is not the time for division. It's not a time for rhetoric. It's not a time for politics. It's a time for nation building. A time for calling for everyone, to come together. We can continue.
Meanwhile, the government has tried that the Constitution religious persecution has been alleged by a section of the international community. Minister First Yusuf Tuga met at a press conference in Germany. Chukunonson Wabwezi reports.
Yusuf Tuga, while responding to US President Donald Trump's warning to action if Nigeria fails to curb the alleged killing of Christians by insurgents at the press in Berlin, emphasized that Nigeria's commitment to religious freedom law as provided in the nation's constitution makes it for religion to be persecuted under any guise.
This is what guides us, and this is what shows it's impossible to be a religious persecution that can be supported in any way, shape, or form by the government of Nigeria at any, be it federal, be it regional. It's impossible. We should not create another. Nigeria has a population of 230 billion souls. It's the largest democracy on the African continent. It's the largest country on the continent. We've seen what has happened with Sudan, with agitations, partitioning of Sudan based on religion, on tribal sense.
The minister's submission is in line with the federal government's position. It has been isolated for NTN.
Still on the claim, Secretary of the Nigerian Bishop Stephen says Christian leaders are working closely with their Muslim councils, Nigeria Interreligious Council. Bishop Adebite was reacting to the recent remark by the US President Donald Trump that Christian persecution is taking place in Nigeria. He notes that both faiths have been victims of insurgency in the past years.
This crisis is not a religious war, but a national security emergency rooted in terrorism and criminality. Nigeria's leaders stands united against violence.
President Donald Trump in Nigeria, citizens from different are reacting and no contrary to this belief, people faiths are victims. This nation has ordered to religious worship as enshrined in the Constitution, where adherents to two major religions, Islam and Christianity, harmoniously marry each other's sex.
We must say again that in Nigeria, we These have caused us a very bad picture before the world, but I believe it is a thing we do.
See a man, a Christian, an example of that married to a Christian woman, and they have been living in peace. Has been killing innocent souls. It's most to Christian.
Understanding with care for an implementation of country action for Nigeria as a strategic partner oppose any country interfering in internal affairs on pretext religion. Now, as security in West Foundation governance, the Sahel ECOWAS brings together leaders to foster peace through dialogue, interweaving and quality. Correspondent Ibrahim Damhami.
The ECOWAS Commission in Abuja, regional leaders, Islamic scholars, and peace builders are examining how faith and governance can jointly confront insecurity across the Sahel.
Review the current state of the traditional Islamic institution and its impact on vulnerable children.
We should not make a mistake. Our societies have laid down for exchanging what they have, what you know have.
Delegates say extremist ideology thrives.
The Ministry of Education views this issue not only as a security concern, but as a developmental and educational impact.
For Nigeria, the message is clear that faith and leadership must serve the same purpose, with peace through justice. As the Sahel looks beyond conflict, ECOWAS reminds the region that lasting peace is born from conscience and cooperation. From the ECOWAS Parliament in Abuja, I'm Ibrahim Danhamidu, Nta News.
Meanwhile, the Committee of Experts of the African Union Peace and Security instance of the Office of the National Security Advisor is preparatory to AU's Peace and Security Council.
A committee of experts of the African Union Peace and Security Council meeting in Abuja. The goal, to review threats to security on the continent and advise the Peace and Security Council.
These challenges demand a renewed collective commitment of this critical committee.
Terrorism, political instability and military coups remain threats to security on the continent.
The government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria remains deeply to the war against terrorism and to advancing the cause of peace and security on the African continent.
The outcome of the meeting is expected to shape the decision of the Peace and Security Council, the standby decision-making body of the African Union, responsible for management and resolution of conflicts on the continent. The forum also seeks to solve the emerging threats in the African continent. From the National Counter-Terrorism Center here in Abuja, Ismail Musa, Nta News.
Beating heart of Owerri, business never sleeps. From sunrise to sundown, the wind and the scene. Vision meets action. Governor Hope Uzodimma's leadership has turned manifestos into reality. Transformations that feels like a miracle. But progress needs peace, and in Imo, it's not left to chance. From land to sky to river deep, guardians are watching, protecting dreams and property. At Orashi, hydropower is rising, set to energize a growing economy. The change is visible. New roads in arms come alive. At the center of the revolution, 500,000 young minds each year build the future rises to Imo, hopes of a hard-working people. A new Imo is on the rise.
The basic premise for establishment of this agency is to ensure availability, access to affordable and high-quality medicines. For health facility coverage, that is our cover all health facilities within the state.
We have a reception area here where we normally receive consignment in the pharmaceutical store here. As you can see right now, I'm even receiving a drug that's coming from a pharmaceutical company.
Take this one to pharmacy. Take it to the dispensary. Okay. This program came in, so they enjoy it because they are not again.
Yodma has been trying in the area of assisting, providing quality, very safe, efficacious, and very affordable.
Attention, all foreign nationals in Nigeria. Do you miss the visa amnesty that ended in September? Don't panic. The NIS has got you covered. The Post-Amnesty Voluntary Return and Documentation Program is now open. From October 13, 2025, simply walk into the nearest immigration command for registration and documentation. In accordance with the embedded in Nigeria Immigration Act 2015. Remember, failure to report could lead to arrest, detention, and a long-term entry. Individuals, companies, and organizations are also reminded that harboring of irregular Nigeria such acts to avoid prosecution. Make the right choice today. Come forward, sort your papers, and stay on the right side of issues.
My skin is mighty. My strength is unique and deserves care made specially for me. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care. 5 vitamins. 48-hour nourishment. Helps reduce stretch marks for weeks. Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care. Shade of beautiful.
Supramult Multivitamin Junior. Supramult Multivitamin.
TerraCube, unwrap your unleash taste.
The Joint Committee on ICT and Cybersecurity and Digital and Information Technology ICT invites stakeholders and the general public to a one-day public hearing on national digital economy and e-governance bill, scheduled to hold as follows. Date Monday, 10th November 2025. Time 10 a.m. Prompt. Venue Senate Conference Room 022, Senate National Assembly Complex, Abuja. Stakeholders are expected to meet 30 hard copies on USB with their memorandum at the date of hearing to suit 2.02 or to senate.ict and cybersecurity at nas.gov.ng. Announces Senator Shuaibu Afolabi Salisu, FNCS, Senate Committee on ICT and Cybersecurity. Honorable Adedeji Stanley Olajide, Chairman, House Committee on Digital Security and Information Technology ICT.
Thanks for staying with us. State Security has reiterated its commitment to prosecuting terrorism and shall continue to make them accountable for disrupting the peace of the country in consonance with the rule. As passions and strategic diligence in dealing with perpetrators of in the country, prosecuting hundreds of with some under protective custody. These cases have been handled Office of the Attorney of the Federation. 125 terrorists were convicted last year. Others been prosecuted, including those wanted internationally. Now to at the Assembly says of the United States President Donald Trump Nigeria will be discussed soon at plenary as it reaffirms the sovereignty of the nation. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports that this came up when the Senate was spreading to social media the march.
Issues out of Nigeria, and they go and misrepresent and create the impression Christians and Muslims are totally untrue.
The president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has plenary noted that it was spread food on the social media, but that the Senate will soon have discussion on the comments of President Trump regarding security in Nigeria.
Parliament, I can speak on behalf of Nigeria. I'm not scared of strong.
The Senate has set up a 12-man ad hoc committee to investigate the transport in Nigeria. The amounts borrowed and expended on the project as it takes worry over instances in the sector.
These system failures reveal a systemic pattern of neglect that now threatens kind of problem. And other countries have similar projects that are for more than 20, 30 years. Millions of borrowed to construct these rail lines.
Senate has granted approval to requests of President Tinubu for the confirmation of appointees. Receive another request to confirm Dr. Tochukwu Ude S.A. State as Minister. The Senate has in the meantime appealed to local contractors over unpaid completed projects. Promises of the approval of the latest $1 billion federal government's request meant for that purpose.
Them to give government time so that they are to
National
In a twist of events, the House of Representatives has rescinded its decision to suspend plenary for 7 days over outstanding payment of local contractors for projects.
Gaining access into the National Assembly complex was an ordeal on Tuesday morning as local contractors protested delayed payments for projects they have executed. Issue had lingered for months, forcing the House leadership in September to interface between the contractors and the Ministry of Finance. Steadily after direct. However, the dust is yet settled as the local contractors have pitched tent in the National Assembly until the leader on the floor, which was further amended and adopted unanimously by a voice vote.
Consequently, the House is urged to resolve that the Minister of Finance, Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, and the Accountant General of the country be given service to make payments of all outstanding bills to local contractors for 2024 and implement the 2025 budgets.
Sitting of plenary should adjourn for 1 week. After 1 week, when we hear from the side of the chiefs about this issue of non-payment and implementation of 2024-2025 budget, then we will sit in the speaker.
During this work, continue to demonstrate, make this place inconducive for us and inaccessible for us. So we won't be fighting with them at the gate to come in. For us to keep away and give the government, the executive, the opportunity to do the much, and I second it.
However, contrary to its resolution on the floor, House spokesman Akin Rotimi has issued a statement announcing that the House of Representatives will reconvene for plenary on Wednesday, the 5th of November 2025, seeing its decision to suspend plenary. The House spokesman attributed the sudden turn of events to positive developments arising from engagements and interventions across various levels of government concerning issues that formed the earlier adjournment. Also during plenary, the House rejected a motion to investigate alleged illegal allocation of federal government land
at the Lagos International Trade Fair Complex. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikben, NTA News.
Other news, Vice President Kashim Shettima is en route to Brazil to represent President Bola Tinubu at the 30th session of the United Nations Climate Change Conference, tagged COP30 in Belém from next month. The summit, convened by Brazil's president, will focus on climate action and implementation just. During the conference, the Vice President will join world leaders, development partners and business executives at the General Plenary, where he is expected to present Nigeria's Climate Action Address. He will also participate in the launch of the Tropical Forest Forever Fund, attend high-level roundtables on climate, nature and energy transition, and engage in discussions focusing on national financing. Before the Vice Brasilia, his president during his earlier visit to Nigeria. Talking humanitarian affairs, First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu has reaffirmed government's commitment to better the quality of life of Nigerians through various poverty alleviation programs. Represented by the wife of the Vice President, Nana Shettima, the First Lady made the promise while flagging off the addition of essential items vulnerable groups in Yenagua as part of the Renewed Hope Initiative's food outreach program. Ebinimi Zitimiyola reports.
The Renewed Hope Initiative's food outreach program has kicked off in Bayelsa State to support low-income earners and vulnerable persons. Wife of the Vice President, Ajia Nana Shettima, rented the wife of the President, Senator Oluremi Tinubu.
The scheme was launched in March 2024 to provide food items to persons with disabilities and other vulnerable groups in order to support their families. We continue to strive to complement the Renewed Hope agenda with Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu CFR.
Of the Bayelsa State Governor praised the First Lady for her efforts in improving the livelihoods of the vulnerable through the initiative.
These projects will not have been made possible without your gracious benevolence and motherly sacrifices and intuition which propels you to see beyond what the ordinary eyes cannot see.
She has shown us her humanness. She has shown that she indeed cares about each and every one of us, no matter how low or high we are.
The wife of the president, I want to appreciate her too for coming all the way from that north down here, thinking of to give us. I thank the First. May God bless.
The program continues to roll out across the states. Many beneficiaries are expected to receive much needed relief. Ebinimi Zitimiola, NTA News.
Talking health, the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Pata, says the federal government has kicked off a bold wave of regulatory reforms in the health sector designed to attract global certifications and ignite higher value investments across Nigeria. The minister at an investment meeting and factory assessment of a Chinese plastics and medical supply manufacturer, Yesumed in China, says the step goes beyond efforts by the presidential initiative to unlock healthcare value chains, but aims at increasing the quality and safety of locally manufactured health products to meet international standards.
We're able to see how efficiently they deployed newer technologies, quality assured, built talent, and managed their work. Medical plastic, other device and technologies. The thing is having regulatory bodies that will to efficiently gauge the appropriateness of the technologies and facilitate their access for those who need it at the price that our health system can afford. With other countries, Nigeria's road to medical industrialization can only get faster. While we're trying to strengthen our domestic manufacturing capacity with incentives for our private sector actors in Nigeria.
Water testing that made standards will remain the focus of FAMOSA Laboratory, one of Nigeria's leading facilities for the analysis of agro-commodities and water types. The laboratory, known for its proficiency testing and commitment to global standards, continues to play a vital role in ensuring the safety and quality of agricultural products and water across the country. Johanna Suhasan Barao reports.
Nigeria is among the world's top producers of sesame, hibiscus and groundnut, key cash crops that have the potential to earn billions in foreign exchange. But despite this potential, many export products have been rejected due to quality and lack of compliance with international safety standards. To address this challenge, laboratories across the country are stepping up efforts to ensure that Nigerian agricultural products meet testing and analysis of agricultural commodities and all forms of water, including physical, chemical, mycotoxin, microbial and pesticides analysis.
Become the first internationally accredited laboratory in the north of Nigeria. We have obtained the ISO 17.25, and this is an ISO certificate that is backed by IJAC.
FAMOSA Lab also ensures the safety of Nigeria's water sources, testing boreholes among others to ensure public health. In Kano, Johanna Suhasan Barao, NTA News.
It's time to join Adeola in Lagos for more reports on the news. Adeola.
Elizabeth, leadership that's fundamentally about what shape the impact. Of the Federation, Senator George Akume, who was represented, stated this at the mandatory training program for chief executive officers of federal government parastatals and agencies at the Administrative Staff College of Nigeria, ASCON, Badagry.
The training program is aimed at addressing gaps in leadership capacity and institutionalized governance within the public sector. Secretary to the government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, who was main trust renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu, which is not just to restore Nigeria.
At the heart of our transformation efforts of translating government policies tangible benefit for Nigerians. Every promise we have made will only be delivered when you bring forth your strength, professionalism, integrity, and discipline.
The service of the Federation, D.D. Wilson Jack, in March, revealed that the training program would reflect collective commitments to building a dependable public service.
Participants would be ready to drive leadership of a future-ready workforce. We would now see measurable impact, and we will see a workforce that is to deliver on the national
prerequisites and needed to perform optimally in both public and private sectors.
We have the training modules, we have the induction system, we have examination, we have the training motion for directors to permanent secretaries from one cadre to the other.
The training will also ensure that the chief executive officers possess the leadership and competencies to translate national priorities into institutional results. In Lagos, Bolaji, NTA News.
Nivea took each at this year's Lagos Fashion Fair with an engaging conversation highlighting the importance of hygiene style. The event also unveiled and latest exclusive and unique collections and Nivea's black and white themed runway showcase. Ime Udori's reporters here presented.
An infusion of beauty and fashion at the vibrant runway of the 15th Lagos Fashion. Nivea, one of the world's leading skincare brands, brought a refreshing blend of style, confidence, and skin health to the grounds. Industry experts, influencers, and fashion enthusiasts had engaging discussions on the intersection of beauty and Nivea's ongoing commitment to celebrating beauty and confidence.
There's something that goes on before you actually put on your clothes, right? And that's hygiene, it's moisturization, it's putting on roll-on, spraying some good sprays, blocking sweat, blocking
that important conversation about style before the clothing. So your skincare, the deodorant you use, the moisturizer you use, the cream you use.
Beyond the fashion, your confidence is also extremely important, and how much more confident should you be knowing sweat and all those things.
The conversation tone for Nivea's signature, where models dazzled in mono outfits that symbolized timeless style and simplicity.
We were challenged to make a collection that would, present this roll-on in grand style. We titled it Modernist, and it was just inspired by silhouette styles that drove a strong message of youth.
For Nivea, a healthy skin is the foundation of a true beauty, as the new collection provides maximum protection, aligning seamlessly with the creative spirit of Lagos Fashion Week.
The female outfits specially curated to celebrate the African woman, the black and white, absolutely timeless, classic, chic, and then the way through chain, the black and white, just.
As the light dimmed on the runway, Nivea's message shone even brighter, that true beauty begins with healthy care.
Well, we're done with the contribution. Lagos will bring us business news when we return this break.
Of Merit Award goes to
the only tomato paste manufacturer to National Product Order by the government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness. Eat healthy to live longer. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
When it knocks you down, you can be sure parasites are having a party in your system.
Welcome to our new kingdom, guys!
Comel, an effective weapon against malaria. Get you back on your feet effectively. Comel on. Malaria gone.
Christmas is your season to create a home where memories stay alive. At LifeMade Furniture, you can have more. More choices, more magic. Christmas classics to posh custom designs. Your dream Christmas look. Fast delivery. Your dream holiday makeover happens in record time. Every piece is designed with the finest craftsmanship. It's good furniture, blowing through the seasons. Also, with exclusive discounts, stacking offers, and Black Friday surprises, you spend less or bring home value and reasons to celebrate.
From 1st November to 31st December, let LifeMade Furniture transform your home into the heart of Christmas magic. Visit our showrooms or call 081-2000-6000 today. Terms and conditions apply. LifeMate, your life made forever.
The world needs moms. Flash of Nta oil. A mom can transform a frown into a smile. Change no thanks into yes please. Tasty family meals is all that matters. Where there are moms, there is love. Golden Nta oil. Pour pure love.
Introducing the Big Bull Holographic Seal Tape, your favorite authentic Big Bull rice, 50 kg and 25 kg. Now with holographic seal tape. This is to ensure you get the premium product from Big Bull Rice. Do not buy holographic seal tape is on the bag or broken. Big Bull Rice. Tasty rice nourished you.
Let's go, darling.
Smiles that make you feel like a darling.
My mama no lie, oh. Food way sweet na money kill and plus everything combined, oh. Everything combined, oh. Ogbonge just arrive, oh. She tell me say na Devon King, so yeah, oh. Yeah. Now why did you love it sweet like this? The chicken they crisp like this. Fry the plantain.
Introducing the new Devon King's soya vegetable oil, available in stores near you.
Good to know you're here. It's time to talk business. We start by telling you that the Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, tells Nigeria's business community that government is working every day to ensure no more bottlenecks in trade facilitation as access to finance is being enhanced, in addition to sharing up to 60% of credit risks through guarantee.
Is to make the system fairer, to make it clearer, make it more efficient, and of course to spread the tax net as wide as possible so that everybody that benefits gets a chance to contribute.
It is a social contract, a bold, deliberate effort to rebuild the foundations of our economy so that enterprises like yours can flourish free from the constraints of uncertainty, inflation, or poor infrastructure.
I'm proud to say that to record $5.4 billion.
60% of your risk, the federal government of Nigeria has taken it. You have a viable project, go to your bank, tell them to fund you.
Produce, consume, and send. And that will go on with what the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GSF have said that buy made in Nigeria. Nigeria
is beginning to appreciate these men here who add value.
From the Bodri stock market, it's a sea of red across Nigeria, South Africa and Tunisia as Nigeria's all-share index fell 0.72%, leading to investors losing 611.96 billion naira as market capitalization fell to 96.97 trillion naira. South Africa GSE Top 40 is down by 1.70%, driven by global sentiment, commodity price pressure, and domestic economic data, while the Tunisia Tune Index also finished in red, down from its earlier positive momentum. That is it, and business at this time. Elizabeth, have you enlisted in Nigeria's capital market?
I'll try to do that. Thank you so much, Benny. The federal government has appointed Dr. John Nwabueze as new tax ombudsman under the provisions of the Joint Revenue Board of Nigeria, Act 2025. In a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, the appointment reflects Tinubu's drive to implement sustainable reforms in the country's tax and revenue administration. Office tax ombudsman enhance transparency and accountability in tax administration, providing a structured mechanism for resolving disputes between taxpayers and revenue authorities, oversee complaints on taxes, levies, duties, fair, efficient resolutions, while safeguarding tax aspects, hold integrity and professionalism in the new role. Nigeria's content is taking bold steps to practice Africa of the world through its transformation project FIT, the FIT initiative, group NNPC Limited in global energy markets at 2025. Lydia Sampson brings us details.
Nigerians and Africa's energy future is limited, playing a pivotal role shaping it. It evolves from a traditional state corporation, a commercially driven energy leader. It is taught to bring energy security while strengthening Nigeria's player. For Bashir Bayo Ojulari, the company's vision centers on innovation, clean energy, and regional collaboration, as well as driving a new era of sustainable growth.
Why is that? I think it's about technology and it's about deeper investment. We had low-hanging fruits onshore, so all the IOCs focused on the onshore initially and also the shallow water, and then went as far as 1,000 meters. So what I'll say is that Nigeria still has a huge potential.
With infrastructure upgrades and digital modernization, NMPC Limited is positioning itself as a catalyst for intra-African trade and global energy partnerships.
The second is about monetizing a huge gas resource, which again we've talked about, and then our downstream business, where we're trying to improve on our refinery.
As NMPC Limited continues to and embrace digital transformation, it underscores a bold vision for Africa's energy future, resilient, integrated, and globally connected. From Abu Dhabi, Lydia News.
Away from energy, President Tinubu sent some felicitations to business philanthropist and chairman of the Limited, Fedola, as his birthday. Extols Otedola's remarkable contributions to Nigeria's economic entrepreneurship, investments in the energy sector, and consistent support for national development. The president acknowledges his business acumen, innovative spirit, and enduring to corporate responsibility, which have for health human. Let's take a long sports update with Badele.
And lovely meals you can cook with these ingredients. Use heavily, but guarantee of a tasty meal. Not making a rest of seasoning cube can ruin your meal, money, and confidence. For meal, do not compromise. Choose
Terra Gold for the rich, consistent taste your loved ones crave for. Soups, your love, Terra Gold, 1 cube possibilities.
Good seafood is worth for. Worry the oil, every oil fail. Introducing Smart Balance. Smart Balance rice bran oil is rich in gamma. Several studies suggest that it may contribute to the reduction of bad Golden Terra Smart Balance Oil. Good food, no worries.
Guys, food is ready.
Cook to impress.
Experts deliberate on exit from National Action Task Force. Impact on the area by President's administration. Nta Tuesday Live comes up tonight, 4th November 2025 at 3 p.m. Out up and boost investments, capital, improve Nigeria's standing, and enhance financial stability. Tuesday Live, educative and incisive. Miss it.
Thanks for before we are there, this promise to the Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives towards hosting the Commonwealth Nurses and Midwives Federation Conference coming up in 2026. Chief President Femi met the committee of the Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives State House. Organization Harun and led other executives on the cut to seek the support for the upcoming event. The conference Commonwealth and Midwives, which comprises 58 countries, is slated to hold in April 2026.
It is glad to inform you that Nigeria, being the most blessed country in the world, is the first African nation that will contest this event. This great feat is not unconnected to the renewed hope of President Ahmed Tinubu.
The staff to the president promised necessary a success. Hosting of the global event would be a pride of the country.
Health is one of the I think to rule out the very many accomplishments of the sector, which you yourself are aware, including the revitalization of healthcare centers, and other areas where this government has prioritized. We'll be more than happy, again, like I said, it is worth repeating, to play, just to that you showcase what we're doing, what we are still going to do. Your colleagues over.
Let's now join Buddy for some sporting stories. Buddy.
Many thanks, Elizabeth. Let's begin with news question. Leaving the club in the MPF with 3 games in hand. His departure follows a poor run of aggregate Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa. Okumodede, who guided Remo Stars to the 5 MPFL total. His dual role as Super Eagles assistant and reportedly created conflicts and focus issues as he missed 12 league matches and pre-season due to national team duties. His commitments with Nigeria's AFCON campaign are expected to continue through January 2026. Now, the drive to enhance coaching capacity in Nigeria's beach volleyball has received another boost as the Nigeria